Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Wealthy Mindset. It's yours truly, Money Making Mitch. And as usual, guys, this is not financial advice. Please do your own due diligence and research. Happy Sunday. This is the channel where we try to wake up the middle class for the first time to get a major piece of the pie as to how the games are played on Wall Street. And so far, it seems like it has been working because some of my subscribers said it's because of this channel they have held on to their shares of NEO, which makes me very happy to know that I'm doing my job. Now, this is the first part of a series of videos based on the Q&A session that took place after the ES8 was launched. Questions were asked to the CEO and to King Lee Hong of NEO, and these are the results. On August 21st, NEO unveiled the all-new ES8 at a technical launch event and opened pre-sales, price starting at $43,000. Yes, you heard that right, under the BAS program for the monster size SUV. And it is expected on the launch day to come in even lower than that. It's going to devastate the competition. The following day, NEO officially held a small-scale media group interview in Chengdu, and William Li, CEO of NEO, and Kin Lee Hong, president of NEO, attended the session. Representing the brand's executive team, they responded to questions of high interest, such as the new car's pricing, product differentiation, and cost control measures. Differentiation because, remember, we have to differentiate with this model compared to the L90, because the L90 is in huge demand as well, but it's our sub-brand. Below is a summary of the key points from this group interview. The full Q&A record from the communication session is also attached in the latter part of this article. Pricing strategy. Regarding the pricing strategy for NEO's third generation ES8, William Li admitted that the pre-sale price of the all-new ES8 is explosive and does have some impact on existing users. However, he explained that the decision was inevitable given the intense competition in the electric vehicle market and changes in cost structure. So he said, due to limited scale and expensive components like the RNX chip, in contrast, the third generation platform, through the use of technology such as the Shenji chip, has achieved better cost control, in-house chip. He said, yes, some of the older models, the owners of the older models might be a little disgruntled, but most of them understand that going forward, they had to reduce the cost of the new models, and most of them agree with that decision. In fact, they're trading in their older models to get the new models. So it has worked in a genius way yet again. He emphasized that NEO must prioritize the bigger picture, stating that the survival is the most important thing. Although the new pricing may hurt the feelings of some existing users in the short term, the company have received considerable understanding and support from its user community. When asked about the differences between the all-new ES8 and the Ladao L90, Kin Lee Hong clearly stated that the Ladao brand targets family users, while the NEO brand focuses on a joyful lifestyle, emphasizing luxury, technology, and emotional values. The ES8 stands out in terms of materials, design, and social attributes, offering certain business value for the business class as well. He recommended that users choose based on their actual needs. Family users may opt for the Onvo L90, while those seeking a high-end experience and social attributes will be more suited to the ES8. Because I know the shorts love using that, especially in the past. Well, wouldn't this one steal market share away from the other? Where exactly were the costs saved? This was a topic of great interest. The Emperor William Li revealed that the all-new ES8 underwent certain material adjustments with a reduction in aluminum content. However, its strength and safety still adhere to a super 5-star standard. The cost reductions primarily came from three aspects: economies of scale, increased sales volume led to lower costs. supplier negotiations. Procurement costs were reduced through bargaining. Research and development cost reductions, reusing and share core technologies such as the 900-volt rear motor and in-house developed chips. That's why he said the harvesting period has started. William Lee particularly emphasized that in-house developed chips really save a lot of money. At the same time, he firmly denied the notion of a battery swap premium, stating that the value of battery swap services far exceeds $13,930 US. From a full life cycle perspective, battery swapping saves users significant time and alleviate range anxiety, reflecting NIO's core competitiveness. But remember this, guys, it also helps the vehicle to retain resale value. We know here in America there's a big problem now where people aren't buying used Teslas because they understand that the battery degradation is real. And someone buying a used Tesla doesn't know how many times that user supercharged that battery and how much life is left in it. The price adjustment is not a short-term move, but rather a result of NIO's overall enhanced capabilities, demonstrating its ability to adjust. Technical configuration. Why wasn't the all-new ES8 equipped with rear wheel steering and active suspension like the ET9? Leapin explained that the trade-offs in technical configurations were based on product positioning and cost considerations. Adding rear wheel steering would affect the third row space, while including active suspension would make it impossible to achieve the current pricing. Remember, it's an in-house suspension system that's really, really great as well, guys. He stated that bringing the ES8 price back to where it should be also means ensuring a high-end experience while maintaining reasonable pricing. Kinley Hong revealed that nearly 400 stores across the country are already displaying the all-new ES8 and mass production has begun. Although the new factory and new product require running in, the company is prepared and expect to deliver on time. Regarding market orders after the pre-launch of the all-new ES8, Kinley Hong stated that NIO does not disclose specific order data. However, the number of pre-sale orders of the all-new ES8 has surpassed that of the Onvo L90, and I spoke about that in a video. During the same period, indicating positive market feedback. Full Q&A transcript. The price of the new ES8 is quite shocking, but existing users are unhappy, feeling betrayed, and other models might be affected. How does NIO view this? This was the reporter calculated question. No different to here in the West. William Lee, so he automatically assumed that the existing owners might be disgruntled, but he didn't say might be, he said will be. This is what you call the propaganda machine at work at its fullest. William Lee said the iteration of electric vehicles is extremely fast now, with significant changes in cost and competition. And going forward, we will see that again, where EVs continuously come under the price of ICE, internal combustion engine vehicles, as the technology gets better. Looking back at our first generation, economies of scale were not very evident and costs were relatively high. By the second generation, costs remain high, for example, with the use of the Orin X chips. But now, with the Shenji Guard chip, we have the ability to offer more competitive pricing from a cost perspective. For a competition standpoint, a lower price is also necessary. Our pre-sale pricing is based on comprehensive considerations, and our gross margin can still be guaranteed. Our gross margin, guys, referring to the third generation ES8. And secondly, he said, while the impact on existing users is inevitable and puts pressure on us, many of their responses have been touching. Some even advise me that NIO survival is most important thing. So although we know there will be some negative impact. We must make decisions that benefit NEO long-term development from overall perspective. Our pricing strategy has been carefully structured, and this was fully considered during the pricing process. So this is part one of another series to come on this, guys, on the Q&A session. I hope you guys found this video yet again on a Sunday to be informational, inspirational, and motivational. If so, guys, boop, 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 don't forget to hit that thumbs up. It takes a lot of time to do these videos and the editing. And if you haven't yet subscribed, you might want to think about doing so, because in this channel, we are waking up the middle class for the first time to get a major piece of the pie from the ground level up as to how the games are played on Wall Street. And like 50 said, we get rich or we die trying, guys.